play.
Slave plantation sex.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, you coon. You damn coon.
Every time Dr. Umar Johnson goes live, people expect answers. Answers about the school, about progress, about the future. But instead of updates, what they get is another fiery speech, full of passion, full of energy, but lacking the details that matter most. Today, we dive deep into the reality of Dr. Umar Johnson's decade-long school project, the endless promises, the critics he battles, and the real question everyone is asking: will the school ever open?
Welcome to Guess the Snow Bunny Hopper. I'm here with Dr. Umar and Black Queens to see if we can snuff out who likes white women. Do you think you can see physically snow bunny energy on a man?
A lot of times you do see the signs. It just says white girl simp. You can feel it.
White girl simp.
Poor man.
Lord.
Bring them out. This man got an Atlanta Negro Trump hat on. Make Atlanta player again. How many times you go to Magic City? Well, you have a shirt, you bought merch.
It's nothing more player than getting a late night meal in the strip club.
And you agree with that?
Of course I don't.
Dr. Umar Johnson has often expressed frustration over those who criticize him. He recalls seeing people online celebrating whenever they thought his school project was failing. According to him, YouTubers and critics were having a block party when rumors spread that the school might be sold. In Umar's view, these critics were not just laughing at him, but mocking the entire mission he claims to represent. For him, every negative comment becomes proof that others are invested in his downfall. In his live streams, Umar often mixes humor, charisma, and self-confidence. He calls himself the #1 black scholar on the planet, and even spends time talking about his complexion, jokingly asking women to describe his skin tone as dark cinnamon or cherry wood. This performance style keeps his audience engaged, but it also highlights a recurring theme. Umar focuses more on image and personality than on concrete educational updates. Dr. Umar insists that unless you are actively contributing to his school, whether through donations, labor, or direct involvement, you have no right to question his methods. In his eyes, only those financially or physically invested in the project deserve to demand accountability. He compares it to a mechanic saying, if you can't fix your own engine, don't ask why your car won't start. While this might sound logical to some, it dismisses the basic truth. When money is raised from the public has every right to ask questions. In Delaware, parents are still waiting for the school to open. They want a genuine educational opportunity for their children, not just impassioned speeches. Every time Umar goes live, there's a small spark of hope. Maybe this time, he will finally talk about enrollment, staff hiring, or curriculum planning. But each stream often turns into another session of blame shifting, justifications, and attacks on critics. The lack of transparency only increases doubts. Umar frequently blames conspiracies and external enemies for his struggles. He has accused institutions like Howard University, Morehouse College, and even unnamed individuals of trying to block his progress. He calls out critics as struggle streamers who profit off his name. To Umar, their success is proof of his relevance. But to observers, this is just another distraction from the core issue. The school still isn't open. At times, Umar even claims that he's financially supporting YouTubers by giving them content.
Martin Luther King does.
Regarding the Dr. King assassination, there's a book called The Assassination of Dr. King written by attorney William Pepper. I strongly recommend you read it. I strongly recommend all your viewers read it or get the audio book. I have the audio book. The Dr. King assassination was the most thoroughly planned assassination in American history. Hands down. It was more thoroughly planned and more technically arranged than the JFK assassination. According to Dr. King's attorney, William Pepper, who sued on behalf of the King family and won, proving in court that James Earl Ray did not kill Dr. King, but it was a sharpshooter for the Memphis Police Department on the explicit orders of J. Edgar Hoover.
Financially supporting YouTubers by giving them content. He argues that his critics make money off his name, claiming, "I'm feeding your family, I'm giving you money for Christmas." While this might sound like confidence, it shifts the focus away from the real problem. Why, after 10 years, is there still no functioning school? The truth is simple. YouTubers are not responsible for building Umar's school. They're not supposed to hire teachers, purchase books, or lay bricks. The project was his idea, his vision, and his responsibility. The critics didn't create the delays. Umar did. Every year that passes without classrooms, teachers, or students only proves that the vision remains just that, a vision. Instead of offering clear progress reports, Umar spends his energy targeting his critics. The focus shifts away from education and onto online drama. This pattern creates a vicious cycle. Critics question him, Umar responds angrily, and the school itself remains untouched. People who truly wanted to see an institution for children now feel that Umar is more interested in being a personality than an educator. When Umar complains that people laugh at his setbacks, he misses the point. No one is laughing at the idea of the school. What they find
Everyone kind of went crazy over and stuff like that, right?
Umar Johnson ain't like it, did he?
Well, what I said was, I said if Umar Johnson had a chance, like if she threw him the pussy, he could hit it and no one will ever find out.
He taking it.
You taking it. 90% of the people say he go hit it.
Listen, my thing is, for you to hate someone so much, you gotta like it a little bit. Because if not, you won't even you won't care about it. I mean, like I'll never sit around like, oh, white girl, like my son's girlfriend is white, right? I'll never like don't mess with her. She white. I don't like why.
No, man, listen.
Because he don't want nobody to mess with nobody white. It ain't just him.
Yeah. Umar recently did a video where he claimed that his bank account was hacked. And he can't access his funds and he needs help.
I seen
his school. Yeah. Someone broke into my school. They stole the books.
I seen a video.
Who breaks into a place and steals books?
Did you see the video?
Have you ever met anyone who stole books?
Did you see the video?
Which one?
To the school that he said got vandalism. He showed the video showing like the books and everything messed up. I mean,
no, I didn't see the video.
I think that's his niche he got that he get people to talk about.
I interviewed him like 10 years ago, and he was talking about how school's about to go up.
I seen it.
This was 10 years ago or so. Like it was forever ago. I think it was longer than 12. It was like 2.
What they find frustrating is the lack of real action after so many years. If classrooms were filled with children, there would be no room for mockery. Instead, a decade later, what exists is only a building, empty halls, unused classrooms, and no clear timeline for when it will finally come to life. To maintain support, Umar often uses distraction and deflection. He paints himself as the victim of conspiracies, claiming that people are actively working against his success. While some followers believe this, outsiders see a different picture. The only true obstacle appears to be Umar himself. Some critics suggest Umar may simply be afraid. Running a school requires more than speeches. It takes management, logistics, compliance with regulations, hiring qualified staff, and careful financial oversight. Even someone like LeBron James with far more resources faced challenges when opening the I Promise school. If LeBron struggled, how realistic is it for Umar to succeed without a team or a clear plan? In one rant, Umar dismisses ADHD as a fake diagnosis, blaming it on poor discipline at home. Yet ironically, his own live streams often resembled the scattered focus associated with ADHD. He jumps from one subject to another, conspiracies, critics, complexion jokes, without addressing the concrete steps required to build a school. No one denies that Umar has charisma. He knows how to capture attention, how to provoke, and how to dominate online conversations. But charisma doesn't buy books, it doesn't hire teachers, and it doesn't create classrooms. The gap between his speeches and his results grows wider with each year. At the end of the day, parents in Delaware don't care about YouTubers or struggle streamers. They care about whether their children will have access to a meaningful education. They are waiting for classrooms, teachers, and a structured curriculum. Until that happens, Umar's project remains a dream, not a reality. When you raise money from the public, you owe the public accountability. Umar's argument that only donors can ask questions is unreasonable. Every member of the community has the right to seek transparency, especially when the project is supposed to benefit children. Criticism doesn't mean betrayal. It means people want the vision to actually succeed. Unfortunately, the cycle continues. Rant, deflect, insult, repeat. Meanwhile, the school remains unopened. Critics don't need to block Umar. He blocks himself by refusing to face the practical realities of running a school. Until he does, the project will remain an idea trapped in speeches, never reaching the children it was meant to serve. And that's the real tragedy. It's not about the critics, the streamers, or the online drama. It's about the lost time, the lost potential, and the children who could have benefited from a functioning institution. After more than 10 years of promises, the only person standing in the way of this school is Dr. Umar Johnson. The question remains,